I'm gonna unbox and review this budget scooter by isinwheel. This is the S Nova Pro. It has 1,000 watts of max power, has a top speed of up to 28 miles an hour, and has a maximum range of up to 38 miles. So it's actually pretty impressive for the price that you're paying. And here's everything else that comes inside the box. So we have the rear fender that I'm going to attach. It does have the light connection for the tail light right there. We have the screws, we have the Allen wrench, we have an extra tube right there, we have the instructions, and we have the power supply. It is 100 to 240 volts, and the output is 109.2 watts with the American plug in the US. For the controls, we have our rear disc brakes, we have our front disc brakes, we have our bell, we have the power button. Hold it for a couple seconds, it turns on the scooter, and you have your turn signal indicators right here and right there. And then if you touch the power button once, it'll turn on the lights. Touch it again, it'll turn off the lights. Double tap, it'll switch between the modes to eco, standard, and sport. And the higher you go, the higher the top speed it allows. So sport allowing up to 28 miles an hour. Double tap again, it'll go back to the beginning. If you triple tap, 1, 2, 3, it'll go to kilometers. 1, 2, 3 goes to miles. If you tap 4 times, it goes from a 0 start to a non-zero start, and then back to a 0 start, and then back to a non-zero start. Well, actually it starts with a non-zero start first. So if I hit the throttle, it won't go. So let's put it on the eco mode. So it won't go, but if I tap the power button 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, now it'll go. And then if I tap it again, 1, 2, 3, 4, it won't go again because it's going to require a kickstart. And by default, it is the kickstart, which is the non-zero start. And then 5 times enables cruise control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or disables it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So depending on which mode it's in, it's going to oscillate between them. And then you have your throttle right here. Alright, let's do a quick walk around. So we have our tail lights, we have our disc brakes right there, we have suspension in the back as well as in the front. We have the kickstand right here with the little rubber leg, which I actually like. This is when you're folding the scooter, basically. You have this nice rubbery feel for the deck. You have the lights on both sides. And you have, these are 10-inch pneumatic tires, by the way. You have the front disc brakes right there, suspension in the front. That's your folding mechanism. You have your light right there. And you can also use this to carry store bags, which, well, I'm going to use it for that. I don't actually know if it's designed for that, but this is the folding mechanism. But yeah, we're going 20 miles an hour. I'm on sport mode. I am a little over 200 pounds with my gear and everything on. So about, let's just say about 92, 93 kilograms, maybe even 94. So right off the bat, first impressions, the scooter feels light. So it's not a super heavy scooter. About to start this infamous hill where makes lots of budget scooters suffer. So let's see how this one does. This one is on the budget end, of course. So let's see how well it's gonna do. I mean, specs wise, it is pretty good. You got the dual suspension, you got the dual disc brakes, you got the lights on the side, and you have 1,000 watts of max power. But let's see if it's going to take me up this hill. We're still going 10 miles an hour, but still going 9 miles an hour. It's slowing down. I'm slowly doing the zigzag motion, which helps a little bit with the uphills. Still taking me, which is good. 9 miles an hour. I am needing to do the zigzag though. But so far so good. I mean, definitely slowed down quite a bit to 9 miles an hour. But I kind of expected that. Because again, most budget scooters really suffer up this hill, and some of them can't even make this hill. So the fact that this one's actually taking me up is good, considering its price. Because if you want something that's going to make you fly up this hill, that's when you need like the much more powerful scooters that obviously cost a lot more than this as well. 8, 9 miles an hour. Went to 8 was the slowest, I think, from what I saw. And we're starting to speed up. So yeah, we pretty much made this hill. So good job. 7, 28. Okay, however, we are a little bit of on a decline, so it does get to 28, but we are a little bit of a decline. So I'm gonna go to a more flat area and test it out there. Oh. All right, so the brakes feel, so again, ample stopping power, but when you first press it, it's not stopping too hard, and I think it's kind of sort of designed that way so you don't fly off the scooter. All right, we're gonna do an acceleration test. We're gonna see if we can get to 28 miles an hour, and if it does, how long it takes. So we're already at 21, 22, 3, 4, 24, 25. Not a whole lot of wind going against me. All right, we got to 26 for a split second, but we're pretty much at 25 for the most part. So I'm gonna say that the 28 is reachable on a decline, but on a flat, it doesn't really look like it's reachable for someone at my weight. All right, this is a harder decline. Incline. Now we're gonna see if it can make this one. If it can make this one, I'll be impressed, because this one's harder than the first one that I did. But I am doing the zigzag, so keep that in mind. But doing these tests kind of shows you how powerful or not powerful the motors are. But the fact that if it could make this, and it looks like it's able to, but we are down to 6 miles an hour, is a good sign. Yeah, it looks like we made this one too. So it is pretty good on the hill climbs for something in its price range. Oh, that's soft. Let's do another drop off the curb. All right, it's soft. Suspension's good. Like it's pretty soft dropping it off the curb. Not that I recommend doing that, but it is pretty soft. Put over 10 miles on this thing. Let's talk about the pros and cons. Starting off with the cons, really things that I see as an improvement. Number one, really the main thing is that if the deck size was about 2 inches longer, I think that's the main thing. I mean, it's fine the way it is, but the way it is, like I kind of put my foot right at the very edge, or if I place it like this, it's fine that way as well. But if this was just like 1 inch or 2 inches longer, I think it would make it better overall. I mean, again, it's still fine the way it is, but it would make it better if it was just a little bit longer. And the second thing is that it's advertised to go 28 miles an hour, but I was only able to reach 25, and I think 26 at one point on the flats. On the declines, I easily get to 28, but on the flats. Now, it may vary based on your weight, so if you're lighter than me, you might be able to get to 28, but honestly, in this price range, there's very few scooters that go that fast, so I don't really see that too much as a negative. I mean, even 25 is more than plenty for a scooter in this price range. But yeah, those are kind of the starting off with I see as an improvement. The good things, and there's plenty on this scooter, is the price. Number one, I should say the price. Number two is suspension is very soft. It's good when you're dropping off the curbs and everything like that. In fact, what I'll do is I'll go through this thing, and it's soft. I mean, it's good to go. Like, I'm not worried about it. Brakes are powerful. So it might be even a little too powerful.
that sometimes I press both, sometimes I just press one. But good stopping power. There's no noise or anything like that when I'm stopping, which is always good. So, you know, like, pretty good brakes. Suspension's pretty good. I dropped it off a few curbs. It's fine. Soft overall. So, and again, really for the price, it is a pretty good scooter. And really the main good thing about this scooter is the motor is plenty powerful, because it is hard for budget scooters to take me up the hill. And this one, it did suffer to take me up the hill, but it did take me up the hill. And then I was like, let me try the other hill that's even more difficult. And it took me up that one as well. So plenty of power, pretty good speed. You know, I'm going to say like 24, 25 is very doable. Even with a lower battery, 24, 25 is still pretty doable on the flats. And pretty soft, brakes are strong. Overall, yeah, and lighting looks good at night. So it's more easily visible at night, which is important for scooters, obviously. So there it is, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, you guys know what to do. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.